just about ready to get started here. Real quick, I'm gonna let the dog out, get that out of the way, and then we should have a nice long period where the dog doesn't need it to go anywhere. So, alright, so that's what we're doing here. Be right back. Alright. Sorry about that. So, the dog is still outside, but that's okay. Got a nice big fenced in yard. She's pretty good about letting me know when she wants to come in. So yeah, this is the first level. Saw some changes that I wanted to make. Hey, Johnny Manager, subscribe. Hey, how's it going, Johnny? Thanks for subscription. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Hope you're doing well. So there's a couple things that I noticed, because I changed these pillars, and now things look a little funny. So I have to take another look at that. So we have a whole lot of room for tiles on this, so I can make a new tile and not have to worry about it, since it's like done. But yeah, just kind of make some adjustments to this one, so that way yeah, it comes up and down on the same thing. And we'll just have to see how that looks. Something like that. It still has that gap, but it looks better. This thing has the same thing going on with it, but this is easier to fix. We could just take this one and, well, I guess I could just draw over it. Because apparently there's like a bunch of layers going on here. I tend to flatten things down eventually anyways with GB Studio. Or, I feel like that should be like that too. Are there any other ones like that? Oh, that one is already like that. Oh, I think that's the dog. Give me one tiny second. Okay, dog is inside. Probably just gonna lurk, but looking forward to the stream. Cool, cool. Hey, RSVP, how you doing? Yeah, no, I don't mind lurking. It's totally legit. I imagine people have work and things like that, so... Yep. Now, I don't have anything clearly planned out for this stream, so I'm just gonna kind of wing it. But that's kind of how I tend to work these days. And it tends to work out nicely for me. But yeah, I'm just gearing up here, so not even warmed up at all. Before this, I was actually editing this audio to get it to work as like a soundtrack. This is Source Hack music, my Game Boy game that I made last year. Haven't really finished it, but just been adding to it. There's 15 tracks, but some of them are pretty short. There's a couple that are pretty long. Like this one's one of the longer ones, I think. But yeah. I hope everyone is well. Let's see here. So we've got this level, and then if we go into this other stuff here, it looks like I started on level 5. I started on level 3, and then I forgot that the theme that I was trying to draw was actually supposed to start here. So And I didn't get very far on this one, so I kind of need to open up both of them. Because I had all these other pipes and stuff on this level. Even though this isn't the correct level for the theme, it shouldn't be too difficult to switch things over. I think this level is supposed to be the castle theme still. But yeah, depending on how many levels there are and how many unique tiles are actually needed for the level, it'll be interesting to see how we can kind of blend levels a little bit, so it's so there's some variation within the level types, right? So that way, when you start a part of a level theme, it's different than when you end that part of the level theme or whatever. Yeah, because each like string of 4 levels or whatever I think we were discussing would have a theme to it. Yeah, like most good platforms, you gotta keep the variation up. Yeah, so it's like I kind of stopped what I was doing here because I realized, like, oh, I should be working on this level. And I guess the first place to start would, just to kind of warm up, would just be start grabbing tiles that I already made and move them over. Make sure I'm on the right layer. Yeah. But yeah, this whole album, I guess, because it's like a OST, it's like 30 minutes long, so it's more like an EP than anything, but it's the OST. So, and actually it's not done yet, so I'm probably gonna add at least a few more, hopefully more songs to it, and then perhaps change and embellish some of the songs that are already here, because not all of them are great. But yeah, so I'm just gonna Control B, make a brush, and just Control Shift and drag it all the way over here. Go back to the marquee tool with the M key and just go single for those two, and then go back over here, Control B, and drag that again. Yep, now I want a corner. So, and this corner actually looks weird compared to the other corners. This corner is broken, so I'm just gonna like delete that corner and put this corner in its place. I don't know why that broken corner was still there, but now I'm second guessing all of my work. Cause I like went through and changed stuff. I think I want this to end like that. Like we could shoot for like more continuity, but I don't think that's necessary. And then also it could affect the other levels design. Hey Curly Tail, how's it going? It's the boss man. I guess. I don't know. I'm the boss of my own studio, that's for sure. How you doing, Curly? And yeah, I'm just kind of dragging these tiles over here to warm up. Oh, actually, did I screw up? I did, I screwed up. I went too far. Bricks are supposed to be something else. Where do the bricks end? Ah. Well, I'm glad I caught that. Alright. Am alright. came to see what you were working on. Yeah, so this is a game that Johnny Manjuro designed called Pyro Toad or Fire Croaker, or maybe something else. Where it's still in the early stages of development, so we're kind of thinking about what we're doing still for like as far as the characters and even the antagonists and enemies and stuff. We're still discussing some of that stuff, so we're trying out a few different things, and the first thing we're trying out has been Pyro Toad. So it's like a frog theme, and then the levels are kind of like dark and kind of scary, like a little bit cartoonish, but more dark and scary than cartoonish. Like cartoonish is hard to avoid. Oh, I'm doing it again. I'm just like talking and I'm like, oh, we don't need these. All right, so that actually we don't want that. We want a cap on the end of that. I'm like getting carried away just chatting. So yeah, should be a fun game. The mechanic's really cool that Johnny designed. It's like I guess it started with a sword that was would light on fire and then shoot, but and that is an option still, but we were thinking it might be cool to do something I don't know, a little different. And I don't know, animals are pretty popular. We both like frogs or toads, and like that was just the conclusion that we kind of came to. But then we recently discovered that there's a game that's in development that's a frog cowboy game, but it's not very similar at all, but it is a Game Boy Color game, and it is a frog game. So, and even though ours is like a toad game and very different, like it's still something we're thinking about. I don't think it's gonna hurt anything though, so I'm not too concerned about that. But yeah. All right, so there's one little piece there. This I'm thinking could be like almost like a paper clip and then branch out. Let's see what this message says. Okay. Yeah, so I'll just start with this and drag this down here, and this. Yeah, so the way the grid is set up, if you just double click, you get the square. So that's what I use a lot. I know a lot of people, especially recently, have been like, are you using Aseprite's tile set function? And it's like, I tried it and I didn't like it, to be honest. It's just easier to do it this way. Like, don't get me wrong, it kind of sucks when you make like when you keep copying a tile that's broken, like I did earlier, and I found that tile. I was like, wait, that's not the right tile. That does suck, but there's tools, like there's a tile counter online that makes it like really easy to like notice. So you just do that at the end, and then that's really helpful. Of course I didn't do that, but you only really need to do that if you run out of tiles, but it is helpful to optimize it, because GB Studio does a great job of making sure that only unique tiles are being counted. So if you put in art that has a lot of the same tiles, it figures out that it's the same tile and then just uses the first one that it got that was like that. And I think that's really awesome. It is a little bit confusing because there's this GB Studio Central tutorial that's telling me that it does the indexing based on unique tiles, but I found that it doesn't matter if they're unique. They could be blank. So I don't know if that's a recent change or what. There's a Pokemon in chat, Wild Pinsir. Pinsir. Isn't that one of the Gen 1 Pokemons? Yeah, so this is gonna go into that, so we could take this guy, pull that there. Yeah, so we're gonna need inside corners for that. Did I lose it? This preview is in the way. I was like, what the hell's going on here? Gen 1, yup. Yeah, Pinsir, I remember that name. I don't remember what it looks like. Maybe like a stag beetle or something like that? I'm trying to remember. Do I have an inside corner? Here's the inside corner. It's the old inside corner. Hey. Yeah, I think that might do. It has two big pincers on its head and looks like a Heracross. Looks like Heracross. I don't know what Heracross is. But yeah, I think I remember what it looks like now, yeah, with the two big pincers on its head. It'd be a rough life to live that way. So I just mirrored it, but it like, they butt up to the edge there, so it does look a little funny, but it doesn't look that bad because it's like right there. And like I said, I don't think I did that here. Wait, is that what I did? Okay, but those are old, so yeah. I think that this will be how I do it, but it's not that big of a deal. But I do need another inside corner. So I could rotate it. Yeah, but now it butts up funny again. Let me see what it looks like with this. Alright, yeah, so I need to reverse the order of everything. I think that's it. Yeah. And now I need to reverse it again. Right? Or no? Hold on. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, that's a rough one. Alright. Well, it's weird that it's got on both sides, but and then this one is different than that. I don't know. Doesn't seem right. But also, these look different, don't they? I guess they kind of have to. Because they have to be the same size, they're gonna have different dithering. But yeah, it just looks weird to me. I don't know. Yeah, sorry. Walking through doors would be hell. Yeah, I was just thinking that about Pincer. Yeah, that would be weird. Like trying to like do anything would just be like so bad. Get in your car, you know, get on the bus, get on the train. Wait, so are you making the map for the game? So I'm basically set dressing a two-dimensional game here, right? So all of these like more yellowish green colored tiles, that's all placeholder art that Johnny designed. So he designed a level that works with that art, and I'm coming in and putting a theme over everything because he just used those tiles for everything across the entire game that while he's designing the levels. So I'm going in as an artist and doing what I can with it, and then we're gonna do the colors over it and all of that stuff. So yeah, but yep, that's what I'm doing basically, just making the art for this level here. Yeah, since the game isn't completely fleshed out in design, like as far as the writing goes, like it makes more sense to work on stuff that we know is going to be in there. So we know we want to have like a castle and like a creepy lab, so like that's what I'm working on so far, and I like those ideas. And what's nice about those is that they're kind of universal ideas. Johnny's ideas actually. So I'm happy with that, and yeah, he's got some great ideas actually, so that's really great. I do what I can to try to bring some ideas to the table, but it's difficult. Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited to do some more streaming. Things have been you know, picking up, right? I mentioned this before, but I got my affiliate back because I had it before back in like 2020. Back in like 2017 or 2018, I initially got affiliate, and then in like 2020 I canceled it, and so recently I rejoined. So That's been cool. I haven't made any emotes yet, because it's like a very, very recent development that's happened, and I didn't have anything made beforehand. Congrats on it, Phil. Thanks. Yeah, those are 8x8 tiles that I'm working with. That's what the grid's set to. So like these tiles are 16 by 16, and I'm going in and making them 8x8, so they're more detailed, more textured. Yeah, I feel like it has a better vibe to it, like, because the sprites are gonna be 16 by 16. So having the tiles be like 8 by 8 makes it work well with 16 by 16, obviously, but it also helps to differentiate the characters from the level design, so that way as soon as you see it on the screen, you know if it's an enemy or if it's just part of the level, which is important actually on the old DMG ones, because games especially like this where there's a lot of movement and the camera follows the player, things can become a blur really quickly, especially like, I don't know if you played the old Mario Game Boy DMG games. Those were like that, where like if you moved really quickly, things could become a blur real quick. It looked great when you're standing still, and I love those games still, but even as a kid, like, I had no complaints, but as an adult looking back, it's like, oh yeah, that did definitely blur when you ran. Lots of games did. That was just kind of how the DMG worked. Yeah, I think the original Super Mario World on Game Boy, I think it was actually Land on Game Boy, Super Mario Land. Super Mario Land 1 and 2 both had some blur. I think there was a third one too, but I feel like at that point they had kind of like figured out the best ways to reduce that kind of stuff. But also I think Wario Land had a little bit of blur too, but I don't have a DMG anymore, so I can't test that stuff. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but I understand the concepts of how to avoid the blur, so that's good. Basically, you don't want to change too many pixels too often, but sometimes it's unavoidable, so movement speed and stuff like that makes a difference. It's hard to say exactly what this is gonna look like on a DMG. But I will say that a lot of people play on emulators these days, or DMG mods, or GBC mods, Game Boy Color, or the original. I really want to get into Game Boy modding and that kind of stuff. I really want to make my own NES console. I don't know, sometimes I have like some like really high goals that I think about and I never reach, but I really want to make Nintendo 64 games. I think that would be so much fun, but also like I am not good enough at like anything. Maybe the modeling, but even that would be difficult because it's so low poly. I just want to make a game like Chrono Trigger. Interesting. I played Chrono Trigger, but I don't think I ever actually beat it, or maybe I did, but I didn't. I only beat one playthrough, and I know that there's like a whole lot of story going on. I think there's like 3 or 4 different playthroughs. I can't remember, but I love the soundtrack, and the art and the story was fantastic. It was a long game. I was actually in college, I think, by the time I sat down and played that. Or maybe it was right after I graduated. There's like 10. Yeah, okay, yeah, because you get variants. Because you can do like different characters and then you get different variants based on the characters. Yeah, 10 different endings. There's a Pokemon in chat. Shrout, or no, Snow Runs. How did I read Shrout? Oh, I looked at it again and my glasses were like totally blurring it at the angle that I was trying to read it. Yeah. Alright, so another inside corner. Where's that? Over here? Yeah, so like, I think if I were using the Aseprite tile map thing, I would probably be able to like edit this single tile later and it would edit all the tiles. I hope. But I feel like I don't really... first of all, I don't know for certain that it can do that. Second of all, I don't know how it does that. And third of all, that's really not that important to me. I was hoping that it would do dynamic pathing, like tiled. So it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I think like maybe I should just be doing tiled for this, or, you know, maybe I should just be doing tiled for that kind of thing. And I never actually do. And then I never get good at tiled. So it's never efficient for me to just like switch over to tiled. But I've messed with it before. And I know it can do pathing. It's just not easy to get it to do it right. But yeah, Chrono Trigger was really cool. Like I said, I really loved the art and what they did with the Mode 7 stuff. Man, that's another thing I would love to do is SNES development. Or even make a game in Unity that looks like it's using Mode 7. I think that would be fun too. Yeah, like half of these lofty ideas that I have of like using original hardware probably end up just using Unity and calling it a day, because it's like the easy way out. I don't know, one time, this was years ago, back in like 2019 or 2018, this YouTuber like contacted me on Twitter and was like, something about like, I forget what it was. Something about Steam Curator or something. Follow me on Steam or something. I can't remember. Maybe it wasn't that. Somehow, it ended up him saying that he would play my game if it was made for original hardware. But since it's a Unity game, he's not going to play my game. And then I was like, well, that's sucks. He's like, yeah, I only play actual hardware now, because I guess he had a big Steam library and he lost it apparently, because they can just take it away if they feel like it. So apparently something happened and he lost his Steam library, and this guy was like only playing hardware after that. So he was like really into homebrew stuff. I was telling me that I should learn how to do Retro Spaceball on homebrew, and I was like thinking in my head like, dude, you're crazy. Like, this guy's crazy. Like, why is he telling me to do this? This is insane. But like the longer that I thought about it, I was like, you know, that would be really cool to do. But yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do for this next tile set. I didn't do anything for these bricks, so it's up in the air. I don't like how they're like double thick in the center like that. So I'd rather have something like this where there's a connected like line. But also I want it to look different than that, so. Ooh, that's spooky. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do if I lost my Steam library. It is spooky. So recently there was a lawsuit, and I don't know all the ins and outs of it. There's a whole lot of stuff on Steam about, or on YouTube about it. But yeah, there was a Steam lawsuit where all these devs were saying that Steam was a monopoly, because they kind of are. They own like all of the market share if you look at it that way. Everything else is like what, 2% or something, like I don't even know. So maybe I'm exaggerating there, but either way, what I'm trying to say is that what their legal team came up with was that they had a contract that was like retroactive, and like if you were to continue using Steam, you automatically had to like sign this new terms of service that was retroactive, saying that you couldn't sue or something like that, right? Yeah, because there was this whole thing about them having to pay $10,000 for each lawsuit, and there was like 70,000 people suing or something like that, and so they like changed their legal plan, and like, and the only way to now continue to sue them would be to delete all of your Steam account and to stop using Steam. So there's not going to be a lot of people suing because they either don't know that they have to delete their Steam account before the lawsuit goes into court, or yeah. And that's kind of scary too, because if you didn't know that and you took them to court, they could like probably countersue you, right, for having to pay the legal fees, and that's just like a whole mess. But yeah, Steam Library is definitely one of those things that they can hold hostage. But you know, honestly, it sounds like Steam's the enemy when we talk about them this way, but honestly, they're really not that bad. If we look at all of the other stores out there, the digital marketplaces, like, I mean, if it shut down, it'd be okay because you'd have all the DRM stuff. But if you didn't keep all of the DRM free stuff, then you know, you wouldn't have that marketplace to download it from anymore. Same thing with like Humble or something like that. If they were to just like close their marketplace, and that's where you bought, like that's where I bought Aseprite, like I would no longer be able to buy Aseprite or get Aseprite anymore if they shut down their marketplace, right? So I mean, because that's what you see with Nintendo and their old marketplaces, right? They have like a trail of old marketplaces behind them because they want to get you on the next new thing. And Xbox kind of did that too, right? I don't know. I'm not an Xbox guy or a PlayStation guy, but yeah, that's kind of something that the bigger marketplaces do, is that they want you to be on their platform, and that means that you can't do a lot of the things like if Epic closed their marketplace, all those free games that everyone got, unless they're downloaded on their system or whatever, you wouldn't have access to them because the marketplace would have closed. But it's all hypothetical. Anyways, I'm not mad at Steam for anything really. They've been pretty good. I mean, don't get me wrong, they are a monopoly and they are monopolizing things, but in a way they're much better about it than they could be. Like if they wanted to be, they could just be completely crappy, you know. Yeah. So I actually like these tiles, so I'm trying to think of a way to redo them and not be bad. Gabe and Hart, yeah. Like honestly, I don't know much about Gabe, but from what I know from a business standpoint, like he's actually been really stable compared to the rest of the industry, right? The rest of the industry, like right now, AAA is just like falling apart, and Gabe is just like holding it all together with his might, you know. Like I'd hate to see what happens if he loses control of the company or who else is working things. Like I'd hate to see it fall into the wrong hands, because that is a lot of power, too much power really. There should be more itch.ios, or itch.io should just be more popular somehow, you know. But honestly, I can't complain because Steam has the audience, right? Itch doesn't have that, so yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Like I said, I kind of like it, but Maybe I could do like smaller version. Because it doesn't need to be huge, right? Or I guess it would be better off at the top. Or maybe like a third one here. Alright, so it shouldn't be that high. It should be lower somehow. Maybe this one? It kind of looks like a heart now. Yeah, I kind of like that better. It's got more of a lab feel to it than this, which is like planks of wood. This is more of that castle feel to it. But it also looks a little bit thinner than this. So it's almost more obvious that you can jump through it from the bottom. But yeah, I worry that players might think that it might break or something like that, but that could be good, that it causes tension, you know, because they'll realize that it doesn't break once they walk onto it. They'll test it, right? Because if it did break, then that would be like a way down. Or I guess this one would be the one they come across first. But yeah, I kind of like this, so we'll try that for now. Oh, and if I wanted, I could put some white in there, or this light color. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I kind of like that better. So I think these are supposed to be like spikes or something. I'm just opening up the project here. So I did color this level, but it was on a different version. There's no way to copy and paste that, unfortunately. Luckily, I didn't spend too much time coloring it. But yeah, it was good to get an idea of the colors and stuff, but we can always go back to that. Color it again. Let's see. Yeah, so nothing that I drew before is in here, but that's no bugs, no key, just the background, it looks like. But yeah, if we go down to these blocks here. Oh no, they're not spikes. They put out the torch. So it's like almost like water. Oh wait, no wait. They remove the key, they remove the torch, and oh yes, they kill the player. That's what that is. Okay. Trying to find which level I'm working on here. Is it this one? I think it is this one. It's got the 3. Wait. And the 3. Yeah, so it is this one. Alright, so these are like ghosts or something like that. Or electricity, I think was the plan. They become invisible and then visible. It looks kind of funny being the gardener from the sample project. But alright, so these kill the player. Oh no, sorry, Swinub evolves in your favorite Pokemon, huh? Sorry about that. Which is your favorite? Because I don't know Swinub, that must be one of those new ones. Sorry I didn't say nothing about it walking through chat. Mamoswine. No, I don't know that one. Interesting. So I think the obvious thing would be spikes, but spikes are kind of boring and we've already got spikes on the floor, so... Swinub, Pillowswine, Mamoswine. I get it, I get it. Maybe I was thinking like some type of goo that like drips, right? Of course that would be tile swapping. But I did do tile swapping here and get it to work. That's not in the game right now though. Not in this build anyways. It's actually really easy to copy and paste stuff between builds. You just open up 2 projects. Some stuff you just can't do, like the color, and the color is a big pain in the neck. I don't think there's a way to do it. I wish there was. I mean, there could be, but I don't think so. Yeah, that would be a dope feature to copy and paste color data between scenes. I wonder if there's a way to do it like mod style, where you just paste the scene data over the other scene data. Haven't messed with that. I wonder if that works. Nope, total miss. There we go. And then I think I do have spikes already too. Yeah, here's the spikes. Oh, was that the right layer? Probably not. Oh, it was. There's more spikes than I thought. At first I was just going one by one. That was taking too long. This level looks tough as hell. Yeah, since these blocks are static, the only thing I could think of would be like spikes. I mean, these look like they're supposed to be razor blades or something, so if we were doing animated stuff, it might be cool to actually animate 4 different tiles. Or tiles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just do the edges, and then the center could be static or a 6th animated tile, but that would be animating 6 different tiles. If you animate them slow, then it's not going to affect the gameplay. By the way, the different brick patterns between quadrants were just so I could parse design space, not necessarily suggest different backgrounds for each. Oh, well, that's good to know, definitely. I do feel like it actually kind of fits so far, though, to help break things up, but it's good to know that that's not set in stone, so that way we can play with things and have some wiggle room. But yeah, like I said, I feel like it does kind of work pretty well. So it's a good starting point, I feel like. Unless you want me to steer away from it, you can let me know. But I think it's a good starting point. Because yeah, I feel like having too many unique tiles is going to... well, first of all, it's going to bloat the size of the cartridge, and second of all, it's going to raise player expectations. So the way that visual stimuli works as far as games go, at least in my understanding of it, I feel like the more a player sees something, the more like numb they get to it, right? So the trick is to show them just enough for them to get excited over it, and then pull away so they can build anticipation. Because it's all about dopamine, really, right? Because dopamine is released when you're anticipating something. So when you're actually... people think that dopamine happens when you are, like, experiencing pleasure, but it's actually... right before you experience pleasure. It's actually the wait, the build up. that is what releases the dopamine, and then the actual reward isn't as meaningful as people think. It's all about anticipation of the reward. So you can actually provide a lot less than what people think typically. Of course, with today's age, the TikTok generation, they call it, you know, people have low attention spans, so that's something to think about for sure. But with art, you don't want to overdo it. I feel like if you overdo it too much, then people will expect that, you know. So, but you got to show them what you're capable of in small bursts. Johnny says, yeah, if you want to keep it, that's cool. Basically, I want to give you free reign with these kind of choices. Oh, cool. Well, I appreciate that. But yeah, it's always easier for me when it's like a group decision in a lot of cases. Like, don't get me wrong, I like to have a vision and like and follow through with that, but I also like to it's because it's a game, it's made for you know, people to play, so it's not just like one person's thing ever. And so I think it's always important to get like as many opinions as you can without like watering down the project. So it's almost like there's a I don't know how to describe it. It's a give and take kind of relationship, right? Where you have like a visionary who's got the idea behind it, and then you have the people that can help that vision come to fruition, and there has to be that distinction, and sometimes you can blur it a little bit with, like, in our case, like, you're the visionary behind the mechanics and I'm the visionary behind the art. Like, that works. But I feel like if you have a vision that's stronger than just the mechanics, like, that could be part of my vision too, you know what I mean? And I'm not afraid of that at all. I think whatever helps the game is the best for the game. But yeah, and it might sound like I'm shying away from the work, but that's not actually the case. It would actually make my job more difficult potentially to work with someone else's idea. But if I feel like that's what the game needs, it might be easier. It really depends on what's going on. Oh, I hear you for sure. I'm willing to offer opinions whenever I want. That's super helpful. Absolutely. Like, I'm the type of person that has a lot of ideas, and then deciding exactly which one is best can be difficult for me. So I tend to get opinions from trusted individuals. So Johnny, while I got you here, what is your opinion on these? Are they spikes, razors? Do you think we should do animated tiles? Should it be goop? Should it be spikes? Should it be razor blades, saws, electricity maybe? I'm just trying to think of what treatment this requires or deserves or should have, right? Because you've got these enemies that go around up here, and I think we were talking about those ones being electric like themed, right? Because they're like the ones that become invisible and then visible again. So if we're doing electricity, maybe we could do something electrical down here as well, but just a constant one. You were thinking spikes, but maybe something like meat hooks might be cool. Interesting, meat hooks. I haven't seen a lot of meat hooks in my day. I might have to check out a reference of what a meat hook might look like. Wow. Well, It's a little easier to visualize what one would look like, but what if they were like, what if there was 2 hooks per? I think that might be the way to do it here. Oh. Oh, ads. Sorry, I forgot to say something about that. No problem. Or barbed wire. Barbed wire might be cool. I'm gonna try hooks first, and then we'll see barbed wire, because I like the idea of a hook, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to pull it off. Something like that, maybe. That actually doesn't look too bad. But it looks like it's in the background, so I'll have to like bring it to the foreground a bit here. Because I mean, the player's gonna like die when they touch it, so we gotta make it look like it's gonna kill you. Alright. So let's we'll delete that part. Oh, missed it. Bring it up a bit. Oh, I need to bring it over too, so that way it can fit the whole outline. I don't know if it looks menacing enough. I don't know. Maybe if we do 2 of them. Oh. Well, I guess that wouldn't work because that one's trigger's gotta be this same size. Something like that. Or the shot. The hook. Yeah, the hook. We're going with a meat hook, I think. I don't know. We'll give it a shot, and if we don't like it, we might change it out. Well, I don't know if I like it. Oh. gonna try something else on a different layer. Yeah, I don't know, maybe just spikes will like read better. Yeah, spikes are probably just fine. Yeah, it could be mistaken as for something you could climb. I agree. It doesn't look painful enough or menacing enough. Spikes are a little bit more obvious. And I've already got some type of color scheme thing going on here. Yeah. Maybe do something on the base there so it blends a little bit better. That looks pretty good. Oh. One too many. There we go. Alright, well that takes care of those. Oh, nope, there's two more. And then the lily pads, got those around here somewhere. Oh, where did I put that? Did I put it in this one? Oh, I did. So I was thinking about making music for this, but I didn't want to get carried away since we don't really know everything that the theme is going to be. I was kind of wanting to make like frog music. But the more that I think about it, you know, frog music could sound good even if we choose a different character. Because frog music is just cool. I don't know exactly how to describe it. Maybe like Colonel Claypool's Fearless Flying Frog Brigade. I'd say that's pretty close to frog music. Alright, I like that. I'm gonna save that. The bricks need something else though. And then I can think about filling in background tiles and stuff like that, because going pretty light on tiles so far. Could always throw variation in to make things a little bit more interesting. But we do run the risk then of the player thinking that it's something they can use when it's just decoration. But yeah, if it looks enough like decoration, then they won't mind. They'll think, oh, a little decoration. Of course, it's really hard to do a small little decoration against a repeating pattern like this without it excuse me, looking like something that you can interact with. So like for instance, if we put like a little square here, just to add some variation, a player might jump thinking it's a switch to their and hit their death. They might feel good or bad about it depending on the player. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, small little things like that could have an impact, so it'd be better to introduce it over here, and then if it doesn't do anything, introduce it over here. Wouldn't make a difference, because if they already thought it was going to do something, they would have tested it here and realized that it's not going to do anything. It's got to kind of get into the mind of the player when you do stuff like that, that's all. But there's always room for that later. I'm just gonna start doing stuff to these blocks, see what happens. Nope. This one has a black outline. There is a wild haunch crow in chat. Alright, so a burb, huh? Yeah, I guess that makes sense if it's got the crow suffix. Wasn't Crow one of the robots in Mystery Science Theater 3000? What do I want to do here? I want to do something with circles. I like circles. Let's go to a new file. we'll go 16 by 16. We'll pull up the grid. We want show, where did it go? Tile mode? Tile in both axes? Yeah. And now we're gonna draw circles. Oh. Oh, give me back the circle. I can never remember what the circle is. Shift U? That's the filled circle. Looks a little bit too organic. I was hoping it would look more mechanical. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, that almost looks like very stylized grass. Well, it was a fun experiment. Let's try something else. Something like that. I wonder if I can get it more centered. Feels off. No, I don't think I can. I don't like that. Get out of here. That looks better, but it's too big. That's not gonna work. All right. Experiment number 3. don't like the line tool. Just rather use a brush and hold shift. Let's get another color in here. Actually, let's do this on a different layer. Yeah, we've abandoned circles and we've moved on to lines. I think it's a start to do. Hold on. Yeah. Not enough texture. Yeah, maybe. Oh. Wait, did I do that wrong? Hold on, what's going on here? All right. That's looking more like something. It's like plaid. Alright, so now I've got this. I'm gonna bring it over to this. Make a new layer. Put it, yeah. I'll put it right here. Am I not hitting the right button here? Oh, I don't have the right tool selected. I was like, why is that not doing what it should do? Oh, oh. Almost missed it. There it is. Before I get carried away, I'm going to continue this top layer and make sure it looks okay. I think it looks okay. I don't know. I might make some changes to it, but I still want to see what it looks like. It'll help me better determine what changes need to be made. The lily pad looks a little out of place, but probably not that big of a deal. One thing we could do is make variations of jumping platforms, but yeah, maybe just coming up with something that's better as a universal one would work, but the lily pad kind of works, so maybe it's fine. Maybe I'm putting too much thought into it. Sometimes it's good to just go with your instinct. Sorry if I'm kind of quiet, been focusing here. Well, that takes care of this section. It looks kind of cool. It looks a little like glass or like mirrors or something though. So yeah, maybe it should have like a top layer on it. I mean, it kind of does already, which is kind of weird that it just happens to line up that way. But like, yeah, it's weird. I guess it all comes down to what color it's gonna be. And now, supposedly, I haven't tested this yet, but supposedly there's a way to import images with the color on them. So I think that might be the way to do this. To first make it in DMG, and then go back and color everything with the palette. That way, instead of having to import or to redraw all the color data, then we just import the file that has all the color data on it. It would be going in and like selecting the areas that we need to change, and then paint bucketing 4 different color values, obviously, but might be worth it. Something's going on with these spikes here. These spikes are smaller than the others. What is going on here? There we go. This is all messed up. Yeah, I was looking at that earlier. I was like, why is that weird? Something happened. And now the spikes look normal. Weird how that works. This actually works pretty well because it puts this like floor on it automatically. Like down here it just looks like a tiling pattern, but all of a sudden it's automatically got this floor. Could lean into it, but I don't know if that actually helps or not. Yeah, it actually looks better just one solid color like that. Maybe a shadow underneath it. That actually looks pretty cool. What if I did like dithering? I don't know if I like that. I feel like it's backwards. Even that doesn't feel right. That looks better. I feel like it does need that black. It's definitely more interesting. Yeah, I think that's it. These Pokemon been sucking. Yeah, I'm not exactly a Pokemon connoisseur. I tend to just throw a ball if I see a Pokemon. Because you can always trade them, right? Or sell them. But yeah, some of them aren't worth very much. Excuse me, I had a sneeze there. Where was I? Oh, I was adding darkness. I need to do this better. What if I do this and that, and then Control B? No, that's still not what I need. I need all of this and all of that, then Control B. And now, all right, give me this. Like, this is kind of frog music, but this is for retro Spaceball, so. Also, this would be really hard to do on the Game Boy. But that same kind of vibe. Lots of bass, jumpy patterns, and twang. Distorted twang. Party twang. Yeah, I kind of like this pattern. Oh, I need to merge these. Did I merge the wrong layer? Oh, these never got that darkness. A wild buzel? 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 Buizel? Buzel? Buzel? Buizel? I don't think I missed any other ones. Don't do that. This could be frog music, but honestly, when I was making it, I was thinking insect music. So, but insects and frogs live in the same world. Give me a second to hydrate here. What happened here? Hey, Lulu. Lulu the cat wanted to say hi. Oh, that's not what I want. I want this other tile. This tile. No, Lou. I think Lulu wants attention. So Bonnie wants attention too. Okay. So Bonnie is going to kick until she gets the attention she requires. So it's about time for an ad break. There's one coming up in 8 minutes anyways. And Bonnie wants to go outside clearly, so we will do that for Bonnie. Yes, Bonnie. Alright, so I will take a break here, and we'll do the ads, and then it shouldn't be too long here. Thanks for hanging out. Hey Raiders, thanks so much for joining. Sorry about the timing. Yeah, the dog needs to eat some food. Actually, that's what she needs. So I'm gonna make the dog some food, and then I'll be right back. It shouldn't take very long. So yeah, sorry about the timing. Thanks so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Amber Learner. Yeah, thank you. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I had to feed the doggy. Thank you so much for the raid, Amber Learner. I very much appreciate it. Sorry about the timing. Yeah, doggo had to eat. Well, the kitty too had to feed the pets. So in just a few more minutes, what, like 20, 30 minutes, the dog's gonna want to go outside for sure. So just a warning there. So yeah. I'm Rick. I'm a game dev. I do pixel art, and I'm starting to do more chiptune stuff. I've been doing kind of fake bit stuff, kind of like what we're listening to this moment, for a while now. I do Unity development, GB Studio development. I've dabbled with some other engines. I like to use Aseprite. That's what we're using here today. I'm working on this game. It's a team project with a designer, Johnny Manjiro, and we're calling it Pyrotoad, or maybe Firecroaker or something like that. But we're also thinking about other options as well. Nothing's really set in stone at this point yet, so it's still early in development in that sense. But yeah. I'm doing a lab themed level kind of thing, so just working on the floor tiles at the moment, and I'll go more into like a lab vibe in the backgrounds and stuff. It's a little bit hard to convey a lab with just the floor, but I was hoping that this part here where my mouse is would be like pipes kind of, and then here would be more like metal or some type of stainless or like something like that. It looks a little bit like glass, but glass works too, I guess, so I'm okay with that. Of course, everything's subject to change at this point. Oh, that's not what I want. I want one of these tiles. Did I get that one? I did. This one. So yeah, these tracks I made for my main project, I would call it Retro Spaceball. I was using Ableton to produce these tracks, which is a lot of fun. I had like a light version for years, and then I finally bought the suite, which was pricey, but been having a lot of fun with it ever since I bought it. I've been able to put it into good use on game projects, so that's been cool. Yeah, when I was younger, I always wanted to make music for games. And then as I got older, it seemed harder to imagine until I started making my own games, and then it seemed like second nature. What else was I gonna do? And now I'm making music for other people's games also, so that's cool. There is a Pokemon in chat. Looks like a wild Ursaring. I don't know what that is, but let's see if I can't catch it. Alright, back to these tiles. Get these top tiles going. Oh. Bonnie's looking at Lulu's chair thinking, I could sit there. Hey, wait, watch it. She nearly unplugged my my monitor. Good going, Bonnie. She has like one of those bully, they call it. It's like a, I don't know, one of those things that dogs chew on that her owners buy for her, and she didn't realize that it was caught on the cable. I think she's gonna try to bury it in the blanket that's on the chair. She's really weird about burying stuff. She tries to bury stuff in blankets. It's kind of cute, but it's like that's not gonna work for you. But we can forgive her. I don't know why she's being weird. Walking around all whiny. She's not quite whiny, she's just breathing hard. And then she's got that bully in her mouth. Kind of weird. Oop, that's not right. Careful, Bonnie. Why don't you go bury it over there in your doggy bed? Sometimes she wants to bring it outside and she'll try to bury it outside. I can't let her do that. Yeah, it's my mom's dog. And her husband. She's a good dog. Sometimes she gets a little bit needy, but she's a good dog. What am I doing? This? I'm not even doing that right, am I? That's right. Something happened here. Happened here too. Something's off here. Something happened. What's going on here? It's doing it here too. Oh, I think I know what I did wrong. Bonnie, quit being weird. It's okay. You're a good girl. Alright, yeah, I just want to finish up these tiles here. What's going on here? Why is this taking so long? Bonnie's distracting me. I want these ones, but without these lines. Oh, further. Even further. There we go. And then these. Oh, wait, that's not right. Oh, fuck. What did I do wrong there? I don't know how this can be so confusing. Something still feels off about it. Right? Like this is supposed to be there. I don't know, man. I need to do something else here. What is going on here? Copy. All right, let's bring it over here, and we'll just do something new. Fine. You're being weird. She's trying to bury her thing. The mic is picking it up. Bonnie, stop it. Be a good girl. She's getting a little weird. All right. Alright. I think I need to put these dark spots in now. Try to make sense of all of this. Okay, what am I doing here? So, got this weird thing going on here now, which I don't want, but this is supposed to be there. I think. And these are supposed to be there. I think that's how it's supposed to be. No. Or is it? I don't know. There's supposed to be one more thing. Oh, I've got the wrong color here. What am I doing? There's a wild Porygon Z. I don't know what Porygon Z is, but I remember Porygon. Or, yeah, I think. So I think these. Oh, what am I doing? Go back. Give me this. These tiles are what I needed. And then these tiles. Yeah, so something got scrunched is what happened. Hey! Off the rails. Oh, too far. Hmm. So this is music for Demon Fish Dead Ahead, my recent game jam game. Am I overwriting? Why does that look bad? Oh, I guess it's supposed to be like that, right? Huh. That's weird that it's doing that. I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Wait. Why are you doing that? Fuck that up. Alright. That looks pretty good. Oh, looks like I'm got a stray pixel there. We could soften the corners, but I don't know if that helps. Kind of makes the spikes look like they're falling off the edge. And it does feel like more landable and less lazy. It helps the cohesion here as well, like where they're connecting. Looks like I made a mistake there. Oop, wrong button. Alright. Feeling pretty good about this. We can get rid of this. Cool. There's a Voltorb. I wonder what this would look like without the bottom. I don't know how I feel about that now. All of those tiles are weird. How did I miss that? This one's weird too. I guess that one's allowed to be weird. Or should they all be weird? No. Kind of like this pattern. Because it's all dithered like that, there should be no question about whether you can jump on it or not. Something's a little weird about this. That's better. Oh, that's a good start. I thought I fixed that. Didn't I? Ah, I fixed it on this one. Yep, it's looking pretty good. Okay, well, the dog needs to do the thing. So we'll do a early break again and then come back. Yep, see you in a bit. Alright, sorry about that. We'll see how long it takes before the dog wants something else from me. But we can get back to it. Let's see. I kind of want to do more than just these vats. But I was having trouble before. I was trying to do like a computer terminal or something. But that's not really a good idea. We don't want. We shouldn't use anything that's like that looks interactable for purely cosmetic stuff, right? So there should be no doubt that it's part of the background, like things like pipes and stuff like that. Even that though, you gotta be careful because it could look like a wall or something like that, you know what I mean? So of course we're using all of this black everywhere. We could do like walls, which would be really cool too, right? Like in like here, maybe that's something we should start with here. And then yeah, so I'm just going to actually just select this area and do the gradation thing. And like bottomlit stuff looks like super creepy, so I think that might be a good plan. Yeah, so the beauty about dithering is that we're using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles, and we could use this for the whole hallway. And it's still only using those 6 unique tiles. So it might not seem like it's optimized because, oh wow, look at all that detail. And it does look really cool on the actual devices. But it's actually a really optimized way of doing it. In fact, dithering was kind of made to do this type of thing. What am I doing here? Alright, so if I put it down in the right spot and then I make a new source out of it, that should work. So then the question becomes, what do we do with the pits and stuff like that? Like this one's a little bit easier. You can just do this part here. But there is the option of doing some type of fading from the ceiling and having it take precedent, but maybe we could try that on this stuff. But I do like the idea of seeing the wall. But yeah, I think it should be dithered as well, so yeah. I feel like this should almost be like tubular, and then we could extend this. And then this would be tubular, because that would only be 4 tiles also. So same thing, we can just select like a small sample area. Actually, yeah, let's just make it 4 tiles. So that way we're not wasting any tiles. What am I doing here? Shift G. Alright, so I want it to go sideways. I don't know why it's giving me so much trouble. I think that's what we want. But then we also want the other side. I don't know the best way to do this. Whether it be to like flip it. Yeah, that might be to get it to look tubular. Yeah, and unfortunately the Game Boy can't flip tiles. Like, that counts as a separate tile. It can't rotate, it can't flip. So that's unfortunate. But it's not so bad. This actually looks pretty good. Let's use this. Oops. Maybe this. I almost feel like there should be one that has even less. Like the same pattern but less. Right? So if we were to like copy this and paste it and then like made adjustments to it. So one less than this. So like that. It looks a little funny. Yeah, I like the higher contrast. But this edge looks funny is the issue. So maybe that actually looks a bit more natural. No. Well, how does that look? That doesn't look too bad. A wild smoochum in chat. We could put this tunnel tube-like thing. Oh, what happened there? Put this up here. I wonder if this side should have that too. It looks a little empty. What's going on there? Did I lose some of it? Yeah, that does actually look better, doesn't it? In fact, maybe I could do that here. Did I already try this? What am I doing? This? But then this doesn't work. Be back to this. But that does work. Actually, that's okay too. That's much better. And then we could use this over here. Alright, so let's do something here. I do think this should be in. Oh. Let's go ahead and merge things down. These are different. Or are they? No, they're not. Oh wait, yes, this one is different. Every other one's different? Are they supposed to be? I guess that does give it some variety. But it also kind of feels like an oversight. Wondering what it'd be like if they were all the same. Of course, those aren't the same either, because the bottom's not the same. Alright, so they're staying this way though. I'm not dealing with all that. But I do want to kind of put like a rim on here. So, what if I cheat the system and we use a transparent color and do a gradient that way? Does that work? It appears that it does. Whoa. Maybe it would be easier to do with two, or with more tiles. Yeah, let's try that. Hey. That actually looks kind of cool. But it's happening too early. Well, I was going for like a portal entrance type thing or like a doorway, but this gets the job done. Of course, I have to think of the treatment of this area now. And I feel like this one would look better scooched over too. Maybe we keep it black or dark and we use this fade in style, right? So we'll draw something in this dark mid-tone, and then we'll select the area and dither over it using the gradient tool, like with the sideways effects. And then maybe again from a different direction, so it's got like two angles of gradients, so that way it really doesn't look like a background. That way we can make it look as interesting as we want. I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud. Whoa, what happened here? Oh, this guy. Yeah, so I don't know, maybe this should all be on its own layer. So the idea is that it'd be best if it was modular in a way, right? So if I could like make it almost tileable somehow, but tileable wouldn't look as good as just making it modular, I think. So, and it's similar but not the same. But we do also want to make sure that we clean it up so it's not like wasting tiles, right? Alright, so So now I'm gonna cut away chunks of it, so like even though I'm gonna dither, there'll be like clear circles and stuff that were already missing beforehand. So I do get to use circles after all. Then here, I kind of want to do like a pattern. So it's not just like all the same. Oh. Some kind of like generic robotic looking machinery nonsense. I don't mind that it's not symmetrical because it almost gives it a sense of depth, and then once we throw that dither layer over it, it'll really be distorted. So it'd be cool to do like a spring or something, but I don't know. It's probably gonna take up a lot of tiles as is, so let's just try it as is. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna make another layer so that way we can keep the drawing underneath, and then we need to select everything, all the tiles that that are in it. Did I get those? Didn't get these. Alright. Oh, can't miss that one. Alright, so got everything. Now what I'm gonna do is Shift G for the gradient. I don't know why it's being weird like that. So we got that. Just keep clicking until it works for you. Alright. So I kind of want it from the top, I guess, because like I said, having things lit from the bottom looks really creepy. I don't like that. Come on. It used to make more sense to me. I don't know why it doesn't make as much sense now. Alright. There we go. But I want it to be at an angle. Is that all I'm gonna get? Alright, what if we made a new layer and then do it again? Oh, I think that's it. I think that's what we need. What is there? Yeah, it kind of like blends into the background, but it also like catches your attention, but like it's too obscure to like feel like it needs anything, but yeah. It doesn't distract you too much from the obstacle, I don't think. I kind of wish I would have made more over here though. So let's throw that grid back up and we'll just go ahead and do that. So that layer is already, or this side's already dithered, so everything after that we have to dither, but alright, so same thing, I'm just gonna go to these layers and do the same thing. Oh. It's a little bit weird that it's different sizes, but it's apparent enough. I have to like, I could do like something down here to help it even more, but I don't know. We're gonna have to do a tile count at some point here. Shift G and this color. Yeah, I don't really like that. It almost look better like that. Hey, come back. I kind of like that, but I don't know if it needs something else or not. It's nice and optimized as far as tile uses. These 3 tiles are the same, so this feels wasteful though. I bet I could do something different with this. Let's just go ahead and Alright, so we're gonna have to merge those to do that. What we can do is duplicate this layer and then just turn it off. And I'll before the third layer merge, where there's no confusion about what that layer is, although there shouldn't be because it looks like that. Alright, so this one, I can't remember what I was doing. Oh, I remember what I was doing. I was gonna fix this so it's like that. That way it's more reusable. And actually, I can do the same for this by just moving it up a couple pixels and making this like that, but then doing something. That actually works because it almost feels like there's a like some type of attachment there, but you could try it with that as well, and that works too. I think the 3 works better. But the point of doing that, and then also we can do that to fix that, and let's get rid of these. So now it's starting to resemble like a pipe or something, right? Oh, and let's make it more even there. Yeah. So what's cool about that, and I've got it like, well, it's not quite in the middle, but because of this pattern, it can't be in the middle because it's got a center point. So anyways, we can still use these as pipes, and we can like use them differently too, so I actually don't know how that's gonna look because it's got like that grid thing going to it. It doesn't look tubular enough, and it also like starts funny. So we're not gonna do that. We'll use the 1, and then and then we'll go to this one. So it's like the top of it, maybe. And then we can go to this one. And kind of treat it like there's a pipe back there. But we're only seeing a little glint of it. I don't know if that'll be confusing to the player or not, but I don't think it should be since you see it here. But by the time you're up here, it has been a while. So the player might try to drop down on it, but... So... let's do a little one up there. Yep. Yeah, sorry if I've been a little quiet here. Oh, these are scooched over. I think that's right. Yeah. Just kind of focused here. Yeah. Focused. So I don't know how modular this is in the end, because I put all that dithering on it. Oh, someone's calling me. 1 second. Alright, so that was my friends. They actually want to play games with me, and I kind of want to play with them. And I got really far on this, so I'm pretty happy with that. We'll save that, so it's not going anywhere. I feel like some of these areas in the darkness here could use something maybe, but I don't know. Kind of have to see how it plays. It might feel too light, but we can always use, with palettes, we can always do like a darker color. Since I'm only using 2 colors here, we could use our dark fur that we're using for blacks, and then we can use our whatever darkest color we want. So there's like a brown, there's like a gray. So the gray might work, where we could do gray for this stuff and brown for this stuff, or even like purple for this stuff and gray for this stuff, or purple for this stuff and gray, or blue even. We're really not using that many of the color palettes. I've just kind of adapted the blacks so that way it works. But for some reason, one of them doesn't seem to adapt the black, even though I told it to. But anyways, yeah, my friends are gonna play. We're gonna play Mario Party for N64 on the Switch. So that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, I'm coming up on 4 hours here. I got a lot done. I wasn't planning on going all night, so it's probably a good stopping point here. I'm gonna see if I can find anyone to raid here. Well, there's only a couple viewers here, so maybe I shouldn't raid. I feel like if I go there with just 2 people, then I should probably hang out for a while. And I don't really have time to do that, so I think I'm just gonna end the stream here. But thanks everyone for watching. Yeah, thanks for lurking. Thanks for the raid. Trying to remember the name now. Sorry, Amber Learner. Alright, I think that's what it was. Let's scroll up. Yep, Amber Learner. Yeah, thank you for that. And yeah, until next time, take care.